Warning. The thoughts and views and opinions of guests and hosts are just thoughts and views and opinions of an entertainment podcast. Not to be taken serious or to heart, only for granted like my previous lovers. I am not a professional, I just play one on the show. So please enjoy, or not. I do not control you no matter how cool I sound. Enjoy. Deuces.
Welcome.
No special characters.
Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Carried away with the sniper rifle.
That's a huge red flag. First of all, don't walk past me, stare me up and down, and then go commit a crime, right? That hurts my feelings. I don't think so. What time is it? Oh, it's business time. It's business o'clock. Let's fucking go. Yo 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 welcome. It's me, guys. It's Jose Luis, aka
On my cool J.
aka
Go back to your 9 to 5, bitch ass nigga.
whoa, aka
Wait, Jose!
aka the big and little team growing out shower, and we might as well get these out the way while we're here.
Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
What could that be?
You're listening to
Special characters.
This is culturally inappropriate.
Yes, it
You're not
is.
getting it. It's not
Yes, it is. You
I know a
guys aren't
gentleman that's going to
clocking
be
it.
a big part of an
You guys
upcoming.
aren't clocking it.
Here I come. Oh, here I come.
I can't help it that I'm custom made.
We have an
Can't.
emergency contact on
Do
my
you?
cool J.
Hey guys, how you guys doing out there? How are you guys doing? Doing. I'm doing great on this beautiful Saturday morning. Today is game, whatever. I don't watch sports, but I do have a Knicks colored orange microphone cover. Pause. Hey guys, hopefully you guys doing great. Hopefully we win tonight. Go team. I think America played last night. We beat Paraguay. Who didn't see that coming? 4-1, 3-1. A team number one. So hopefully you guys are doing great out there. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching this, however you're watching it. I don't know if we're available on Apple Podcasts yet for video. We're there for audio, but if video's there, somebody let me know. But yeah, man, hopefully you guys are doing good. I'm trying to figure out, where do I want to start off on my week? Where do I want? Oh, it's been hot. It's been hot, like Megan Fox hot. And I don't appreciate it. I'm a winter person. I like the winter. I've always liked the winter. I like when people are like, oh my God, I can't wait for it to get hot. I be looking at you guys like, kick rocks. I always love the cold. The cold is always great with me. So it's been hot, and I stumbled across something weird. I don't know if you guys see, my first car had no AC. Right? So I drive with the windows down. And then when I bought a new car, I never really got into the fact of using an AC because my first car had no AC. So for years I drove that car with no AC, and it's just second nature for me to just like roll down the windows and not turn on the AC, because I've been driving around in such meager conditions for so long that when I get all my cars now have AC, and I don't be turning on the AC. I still like riding down with the windows. So summertime, hot. I didn't see it, but I saw something get run over on the ground on the way to work, of course. So whatever hit it was going so fast that the body exploded. Now, I've seen plenty of roadkill in my life. Like, I've seen dead cats, I've seen dead dogs, I see deer, I've seen a bunch of animals on the road killed. But whatever hit this poor creature splattered it all over the floor or the parkway, right? Like, you couldn't tell what animal it was. You just saw bits and pieces everywhere. And of course, that's not something that you could just clean up. There's nothing to scoop up and throw out, right? So the wonderful state of New York decided to let this poor animal just sizzle on the concrete for the next couple of hottest days there were. So driving, I don't know when the animal died, but I know that wasn't there the day before, so it could have either happened that morning or in the afternoon, right? Or at night. So driving, that thing's been cooking. I don't know if you guys ever smelt freshly killed animal. This conversation is going so weird, but I don't know if you ever smelled an animal that was freshly killed, but it smells like hamburger meat, right? I sound so terrible right now. So I was driving with my windows down. I was going at least 60, right? I see the poor animal, and then the aroma comes into my car. And I'm like, for some odd reason, I want a hamburger. I want a cheeseburger. The sun and the concrete have been cooking this poor animal's body on the floor, making such a delicious aroma smell. Oh my God. Oh my God. And I was just thinking about it. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. So of course I'm driving around. Now I'm walking around with this knowledge, and I brought it up to work, and I was talking to one of my nurses, and she was like, "Well, sometimes people smell like hamburger meat because that's just what meat smells like." Pause. And then she was like, "And then on the other side, when people that eat a lot of sweet shit like artificial sweeteners, when they die, they smell like sugary things." And I'm like, oh my God, am I gonna smell like a bag of candy when I die? Because I love artificial sweeteners. It's so bad for me. Like, but to keep my blood sugar from spiking, I'm like, that's like the best alternative. Like, okay. So that's all I was thinking about. I was like, damn, there's somebody that knows what people smell like, right? But people smell like just raw, I guess. Like, all right, like if somebody were to cut you, you know, I'm pretty sure like when you get like cut really bad, or you get shot. See, when I hear people that say that, oh my God, I've been shot, and like they could feel it burning, I'm like, can you smell it cooking too? Like, I don't know. That's just me. That's where my mind goes. Maybe I'm just in a fat mood, but yeah. Like if I were to get like stabbed right now, would I be like cotton candy or Skittles, Coke Zero? Like what aroma am I giving out? Now eventually you just end up shitting yourself, and then you just smell like shit or a decaying body. There goes monetization. But I'm just saying, it was just like I can't be the only person that's ever smelled like roadkill and be like, a hamburger would be nice right now. So yeah, that's how my week started. That's how it started. So also then I started thinking, I was like, damn, there's somebody in the world that knows what everybody smells like. Like they would know what, like, all right, this is what the inside of a leg smells like. This is what the inside of a stomach smells like. This is what somebody's brain smell like. So yeah, that's wild. That's a wild piece right there. But yeah, guys, have you guys ever just been driving around roadkill and you was like, I could really go for some food right now? like imagine like there's people like that hunt deer, right? And eat deer or elk. Like when they see that on the side of the road, is their first intuition to be like, let me go harvest what I could get out of that? Like what let me go save what I can out of that? Or is it more like, damn, that's a waste of an elk burger? So yeah, that's basically how my week started. So you know, if it starts like that, then you know other weird things is about to happen, other weird conversations are happening. So do I want to keep it work? All right, I'll keep it work. So as I mentioned the last couple episodes, there's been people at my job. I've been interested. I've been interesting, and I've been interested in like the people that are there now. So I found myself talking to this girl, and shit was cool, going to lunch, all the stuff, blah 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 blah, working out. Finally made the move. Hey, da 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 da. All right, just to paint the picture, not to get all into it. But I'm having a hookup session in the parking lot, right? And upon discovery, I saw an established in 2003 tattoo. EST 2003. 03. 03. How old was I in 03? Let me see. Yeah, I was 16 years old in 2003. All right. I was 16. I was a half a man. All right. That's more than half my life cycle ago. Like 2003. Like I remember when I started seeing EST 1999, that used to scare the shit out of me. But a 2003 tattoo scared the bejesus out of me. Like I was genuinely like, wait, what the like that's what I was doing. I was like, yo, I need to find out how old this girl is. So I'm like, carry the one. So that's what I was basically going through. I was like, wait, how old is this girl? And the age didn't help me either because I was like, oh my God, I became one of those old people. I became one of those old people that was talking to a young girl. And I never thought in my day I could give a fuck to talk to a young girl or even have a conversation with them to be like, hey man, tell me about your shit. Clearly we didn't have the conversation because then I would have had like little points like, all right, she doesn't know who the fuck this is. She doesn't know who this is. This is da 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 da. Like it's how can I explain this? We were stress talking and then it was like, hey, do you need some endorphins? Like, do you need a pick her up? And that's what we both agreed on. And then, oh shit, EST 03. I was like, is Chris Hansen about to come out? But then I was like, no, he's not. No, he's not. My conscience is about to come out. My moral compass is about to be like, yo, you need to stop going from 12 o'clock back to 6. So I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. In 2003, I was 16 years old. I was making bad decisions in 2003. I was making terrible decisions in 2003. And the club just came out, right? I was watching Finding Nemo, the classic, two hood classics, if you ask me, all right? Dude loses his mother. It's a hood classic. It's a hood classic, all right? 50 Cent. We just heard 50 Cent survived the shooting and he came out with music and then G-Unit was going crazy. A lot was going on. Baggy jeans are still a thing. Dipset was at an all-time high. What else was going on? What else did I write? I was getting ready to do coding for MySpace. That's how long ago 2003 was. There was something before Facebook and Instagram. That's wild. That's wild. That's the most crazy. I was changing my top 8 around that time. All right. I was most definitely wearing a Von Dutch hat. For what? I don't know. I didn't even know what a Von Dutch was. I thought it was a smoking company. I was like, oh, my friends like Dutch Masters. Let me go get a Von Dutch hat. So yeah, there was a lot going on in 2003. And you know what this girl was doing? Being born. She was being born. I was like, great. So I was like, we're going to have to stop this. Unhand me. Let me go, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's like, shit. I don't feel comfortable. Because 23 years old, I'm 38, right? I think I'm 38. How old do I turn this shit? I don't know. All right, let's say 38, whatever. All right, 38, 23, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. That's 15 years. That's a 15-year gap. 15. God damn. Shit, I hope she was 23. I didn't even ask her birthday. So that's crazy. Oh my God. It shit just keeps getting. This is a terrible episode. This is roadkill hamburgers and fucking 23-year-old girls. What the fuck? I am living somebody's dream right now. Unwillingly. You know what? I'm gonna move over. Speaking of dreams, I had a nightmare for the first time in a while. Nightmare. You heard it right. I had a nightmare. I don't know if you guys have nightmares as you as grown adults. Do you guys have like out of the normal nightmares? Like, I'm not talking about like, oh my God, something happened to my family. Oh my God, I did something wrong. Oh my God, this, that. I'm not talking about the even at your working at work dream. I have those too, but those seem really common, right? I'm talking about something that's like out of the normal. Like, let's say, like you're walking down the street and then like the street just turns to an ocean, right? Like you're walking down the street. Like, you ever seen Inception when like the buildings start moving, like something like that, right? So mine's wasn't close to that, but kind of similar to that. And as I mentioned to you guys last time, I saw this movie called Backrooms, and the Backrooms take place in an office-like setting. An office-like setting, all right? So it's 90s office aesthetic. So it's like yellow paint. It's just office furniture and all this shit. Da, 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 right? Like it just looks like a gigantic office hallway. So saw the movie, cool, liked it. I know about the back rooms, so I was like, all right, there's no reason for me to be having a dream about the back rooms at all. Like it wasn't like, oh my god, this is scary. But yeah, I found myself in my own version of the back rooms where I was at my job, and my job has like a bunch of hallways, and they're long hallways. Did they ever want to see what my job hallways look like? Go look at my vlogs. I don't know what episode, so good luck. So it's like I'm just in this endless hallway. That lights flickering, like all right, and then I'm hearing a boom, 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 and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? See, even on a regular day, those noises aren't out of the ordinary because there's construction going on in my job, in the building itself, and there's construction going on outside of the building itself. So me hearing is a regular 9 to 5 day. That doesn't scare me. But I'm in this long hallway and I see something red around the corner, right? I see something red. Like something's peeking, like it's looking over the corner, but I can't tell what the fuck it is. So you ever see those movies, or better yet, you ever seen a movie where the camera angle shows you something close and then it just goes far out? So this thing was already far out. And then all I said, and like the shit just got closer, right? Like the hallway shrunk for the thing to be closer to me. And I'm like, oh, this is something I don't want to know what it is. This is not something I want to experience. This is not something I want to deal with. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever been hyper aware in your dreams, but I know when I'm dreaming. I know when something's like, all right, this isn't real. This can't be real. Right? So I'm like stepping away and I'm like, all right, let me get the fuck away from this because I don't know what this is. And then it fully came out from around the corner. It was a gigantic red stapler. A gigantic red stapler. And then that shit, you know what I felt like? I felt like the eye in the Pixar intro where the gigantic lamp is going to attack because all these I'm like, nah, this isn't real. But even if it is real, I don't want to find out the hard way. Like, oh shit, it's real. It starts stapling me in half. It starts trying to chew me like a dinosaur. I'm not trying to deal with any of that. But yeah, as a grown ass man, I'm having a nightmare that I know is a nightmare that I know I have control of, but no control of, about my work setting and a gigantic red stapler. Any of you guys that knows dreaming shit, what the hell does that mean? What does that mean? Because all that could come out from this is back rooms and office space. Like somehow those two worlds merged. And it's like, okay. But it was just too funny. I was like, now I'm running down a hallway. And like, doom, 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 doom. I'm like, this shit isn't real. And then my alarm rang. And I was like, great. The real nightmare starts. I have to go to work now. So yeah, normally I don't like going to work because I don't like doing double the work. I already did 8 hours of sleep in the office. I'm not trying to do another 10 hours of work in real life. So yeah, I should have called out that day. I don't know why I called out. Why didn't I call out? I should have called out. Slacking. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next section. Welcome to
Over the top.
the movie review section. And the movie we're going to talk about is New Jersey Drive. Came out in 1995. If you want to watch New Jersey Drive, you can watch it on YouTube or you can watch it on Stars. New Jersey Drive is a classic film from back in my childhood. I love that movie. It's very slept on. A lot of people don't know about the movie, but it was just a movie about the carjacking scene in Jersey. And at one point, I believe New Jersey was called the carjacking capital of the world. And that movie just shined the light on it. It was co-done by Spike Lee. I forgot the name of the director of it. Maybe I could find it. But yeah, it's just a hood classic. I love that movie. The movie was like oh wow, and it showed at that time how much of an influence hip hop had a hold of me and my brother, right? So one thing I love about hip hop. All right, so New Jersey Drive came out in 1995, and if you were into fashion, right, if you really knew how to get down, you really knew how to dress, then you would know that every now and then, the clothes that you would wear would somehow end up on TV. Like you would see I know like rappers or celebrities would buy the clothes, but if you were to see your outfit that you had on in the movie, then you was like, all right, yo, I could dress like a motherfucker because like, look, they same shit that I have, they got on over there, and I wore it better. So yeah, there's a couple of movies where I've had like, oh shit, there was my outfit right there. And for New Jersey Drive, my brother, oh, it was done by director Nick Gomez. Look at that. Volume 1. There was supposed to be more volumes. I don't know how you repeat that one. So like there's a scene where like windbreaker jackets were the shit. I had a bunch of windbreaker jackets when I was growing up, but there was this purple Nautica jacket in it. And I remember my brother having that. And I was like, oh shit, that's dope as shit. And then later on in life, I would be dressing up with like all the designer cool shit. And then I'm like, oh, this person's wearing it. This person's wearing exactly what I'm wearing. This person's wearing exactly what I have. My cousin brought up last week that I had this shirt that just went viral for this clothing company in the Knicks. And they just make Knicks wear. And my cousin was like, hey man, there's a shirt that has Bugs Bunny and a Tasmanian Devil. And I remember you had a shirt like that. And I was like, I did? I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I went through so much clothing that I was like, shit. I was like, well, if you're saying it, I have bad memory, then it's probably true. So I was like, all right. I was like, now I kind of want it. So I could be like, oh shit. So I could go look for the picture with me with it. And like, all right, back then, now. So yeah, the worst outfit I ever did, most terrible financial decision I ever made was I bought this Fat Farms jeans outfit. My dad used to give us an allowance for clothing for the year, like $300. Pick out your clothes, right? $300, $300 in the 90s, early 2000s goes a long way. See, I was already making money, so my dad giving me $300 to put something on sneakers, jeans, and the shirts. Like get 2-3 outfits and you're good, right? But if you were smart, you knew how to hustle it, and you would get. Oh, remember 2000s? I'm going to school. 90s, 2000s. Jeans, white tees. That's all you needed. Some Uptowns. All right. So you know how to freak it. You know how to freak it. So I was already getting money around that time, and then he gave me extra money to go do this. So I bought this jeans outfit. I really wanted it. It was like $300. It was the whole budget. The whole budget. I loved it. I went there. I thought it was shit. It was baggy. It was over the top. I'm in middle school. Dressed like a fucking complete grown up, and which is funny because I don't wear jeans no more. or jeans outfits or blazer tops or any of that stuff. But let me stick to the story. All right, so got it. Everybody in school was like, oh, cool. Da, 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 da. Great. Okay. And the next time I would see this outfit would be in Empire with John Leguizamo and Fat Joe and them. And Tretch from Naughty by Nature had my outfit. And Tretch is the most corniest person in Empire because they're talking about, oh, such and such did this, such and such did that. And here comes Tretch. Tretch went and bought the biggest stereo system that he could put in his project building. And Tretch is over there dancing with the jeans outfit. And I was like, worst financial decision I ever made. So I was like, look who's wearing my outfit. Fucking Tretch from Naughty by Nature. But back to the movie. My bad. So came out in 95. The movie's about the carjacking scene, right? So the movie takes place in Jersey City. 2 teenagers were following around, Jason and Midget, right? And Jason and Midget are in the middle of some shit that somebody else started, right? So Jason has a cousin, right? And he ends up stealing a car, and there was like a police blockade, right? The car that he stole was a police officer's car. So Jason's cousin steals a police officer's car, and Jason's in the car with him. They're cruising around. The police officer sees his car, loses his shit, shoots at the car, right? A whole investigation happens because he shot Jason's cousin, right? So now they're talking grand jury talk. They're talking like, all right, you're going to have to testify. Was there a gun? Was there not a gun? Who shot first? Blah, 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 right? So it unfolds this whole chain of events, right? This whole chain of events goes down. And not one person thought, hey, this police officer should not still be active in the streets doing things while he has his investigation going on. No suspension, no nothing. He was just chilling, right? And then they were like, well, we're going to let this kid loose back in the streets too, that he's going to testify against this police officer. And it was just like, it just led to this whole chain of events, right? And it was a really dope movie. It's a hood classic, as I stated. So we just go down these kids just having fun. Now, they're 16, 17 years old. Do they look 16, 17 years old? No, they don't. They look like 20s, 30s, right? Which was crazy, but people looked, no. People before my generation always have looked older than their age. That was really sad. Because when I see like this new generation, this Gen Z, they kind of look old. Like my little brother's generation, them niggas look old. I'm like, people think my little brother looks older than me. And that's bad because I look old. So even them. So they got a bunch of 25 to 30-year-olds portraying 16, 17-year-olds, right? And this was way better than the Education of Sonny Carson. If you ever watched the movie The Education of Sonny Carson, those are 40 to 50-year-old men playing teenagers, 15 to 16-year-olds. So they did a decent job with that. So back to the story. They go through this whole event of young kids just having fun, stealing cars and all this shit. And then you see it transform like, all right, we're stealing cars, parked cars, to carjackings. You see the transition. You see it goes from ha-ha to seriousness. And it really captures a lot of things. It captures so much. That's why I said it's interesting, great watch. It shows like, oh my God, we're having fun. So like, nah, I need to do this. I need money to survive. And it sets up dialogue for you to like really take in. Like me watching it as a kid, I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. Da, 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 da. Oh my God, right? And then I'm like, as an adult, watching as an adult, I literally just watched it today. And I'm like, yeah, if watching this with an adult set of eyes, you catch it and it's like, all right, like we were bugging out. We were like taught wrong. And being taught wrong in your neighborhood is literally the worst thing. Because I think this movie made me really sit back and reflect on my life as well. I really had to like really sit back and think about the way I grew up, my childhood, and all these things. Like there was just scenes there. Like one of the most greatest speech. One of my gripes about this movie is there's a great speech given for the wrong reason, right? There's a speech going on where Midget and Jason are talking about their futures, and he was like, yo, man, I'm just trying to get my life together. Da, da, da. He's like, you're trying to go work for another man, make him money, have him make all this money off your sweat and your knowledge, and da 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 da. And then they go, I saw the other day that this guy had this Mercedes, and it looked so cool, so clean, and I wanted it, and I should have took it because he didn't deserve that car. He didn't work hard for that car. He doesn't know anything about that car. And I'm like, as an adult, I'm like, well, he got the car and you don't have the car, which means he probably worked hard for the car. Well, most people work hard for their shit. So it's like, okay. And then he goes, yeah, man, so I want to do a job for this. And then literally cuts to the next scene where they're talking about stealing cars. And he's like, yo, you should get a job, motherfucker. I was like, wait, hold the fuck up. Be all that you can be. I was like, I hated that scene so much. My favorite part was Heavy D. Heavy D was my favorite part because he overacted the shit out of it. So basically, they're bringing all this heat to the neighborhood, right? With the carjacking shit. And yeah, they're making like $200-300 probably stealing cars or whatever. And Heavy D, you could clearly tell he's a drug dealer. He's like, yo, stop bringing this attention to me because we're out here working. Like, we're out here doing things. Don't mess with my groove. You see how I just moved my... He was like, don't mess with my groove. Like, it was like mad extra. But I don't know. I love that scene, right? But it was just like sitting back, reflecting, just looking at things. And I was like, okay. Like, one of the scenes was the metal detector scene where he was like, yo, I had to wait outside the school for 30 minutes because the metal detectors weren't working. And by the time I got in, 45 minutes later, Somebody pulled the fire alarm and we had to go all back out. So he's like, oh, fuck it. I just left for the day. I didn't want to deal with it. And the other one was one of the other gripes that I didn't like about it was they kept disrespecting his mom. They kept disrespecting his mom. He was very disrespectful to his mom, and his mom actually genuinely showed him love. And there were scenes where like she's like telling him like, yo, just come inside, da 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 da. And yes, she was being a mom, but the friends were like laughing at his mom. I don't know about your friends, but my friends would never laugh at my parents, at least not into their face. Like you don't make a joke with your friend, like your mom's just tripping. Moms be tripping, right? But to laugh in somebody's actual parents' face while they're there, while they're being serious, while they're actually angry, was the most disrespectful part of the movie. I thought that was the most fakest part of the movie, right? Because growing up, it's not a brag, it's not a flex, it's not nothing. It's just my environment and what I had surrounded around me. I had friends meet my parents. I had friends come to my house, say hello to my father, say hello to my mother, that were absolute killers. Absolute killers. And I was like, hello, such and such. Hello, Mrs. Hello, Mr. Hey, no, we're just gonna go down here. Like they would be very respectful, very mindful. So it was like, okay. The only person that had respect for their parent was the person that got shot. Jason's cousin, which was he gets shot. They take him back to the crib. He's like, yo, we got to get you upstairs. He's like, no, I don't want to go upstairs. He was like, no, I don't want to do nothing. He's like leaking. He's like bleaking really bad. He's like, because my mom's going to kill me. I was like, that's a person that's afraid of their mom. And that's realistic. Being afraid of your parents as a teenager, as much crazy shit as he was doing, that was genuinely a real thing until one day just clicked. I was like, all right, I don't really got to be afraid of nobody, which is still a shitty way to think because your parents do a lot for you. So yeah, back to the movie. So they go down this chain of events. Still got Jay in the street. They got the cop that's about to be grand juried in the street. They just keep setting up scenarios for them to keep catching this kid, to catch him dirty and then send him away. But they thought like that was going to solve something, but it didn't. So great movie. It's a great watch. I'm being dead serious, guys. Even if you don't like the things that I said, it's just go watch it. This movie, high key, was a Honda, Toyota, and Nissan commercial. Because every time there was an American car, that car never made it. It popped. The tires popped. It couldn't keep up. Or a car would flip over. I was like, oh, okay, there's just too much going on. Also, there's the scene, spoiler alert, where they're in a Honda, right? And I really wondered if this movie could have inspired the side bag, the side driver and the side passenger airbag, because there were moments where you would just see cars hitting into each other, and somebody died in the scene where the car hit somebody directly, driver's side impact, and they were gone. They were cooked. So I wonder if movies like this, like really, well, for me, because I've never seen any other movie like either than like, oh my God, a crazy accident just happened. But this was like, all right, somebody intentionally drove into your shit and killed you that way. If that was like, yo, we need to start making side impact airbags because this is a thing. Like this is a thing going on. But yeah, it was a great movie. Let me see if I wrote anything else on my docket for this movie. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, it was about stealing cars at the change. Said that. Oh yeah, ignorance. Back to the ignorance of the movie. This movie kind of changes the way I used to move, right? Right, back to this is me just self-reflecting. All right, so they would steal a car, right? There was just like very little thinking back then. And anybody from back then was like, oh, we didn't do it like that. A lot of y'all did it like that. That's what that fit the description shit felt. So they would steal a car. Let's say they stole a car in the morning. They would have that car the whole day, driving around with the car the whole day. And they'd be like, oh man, how'd you catch me? All right, cool. 2, they would wear the same outfit the whole day. You just committed a crime. People saw you. You fit a description. You're still wearing that outfit the whole day. That killed me. And the other relatable piece would be, oh, because of that, because I saw those things growing up, blah, 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 blah. You fit the description, blah, blah, blah. Not me, unless you're just being racist, because there were racist cops in the movie, even though it was written like that. It just, a question that triggers me when police pull up. So what are you doing in this neighborhood? Motherfucker, I live here. But back to the clothing, all right? Because of the clothing is exactly why somebody like me would change their outfit 2 to 3 times a day. Like you'll see me in the morning with this shirt, and you see me switch to another shirt, and by the end of the night, I'm in a whole different, completely different outfit. So I was like, I feel like you guys could have did better with that one. But yeah, let's see. Don't mess with my groove. All right, so that's all the topics I have for that one. So New Jersey Drive, go watch it. Hood classic. I don't see none of those guys acting no more. Rest in peace, Heavy D. Yeah, I don't see none of them acting. So yeah, you can watch it on Stars and YouTube if you look for it. All right, so I'm gonna get out of this section and I'm gonna move over to the next section, which would be.
You're listening to
All right. So where do I want to start? Let's start this off with a little sandwich. All right. So a celebrity border collie with 1.5 million followers was allegedly stolen in China to a restaurant for $27 and killed. That would piss me off. That would piss me off. Let me see something. That's crazy. All right, so yeah. Let me read it in full. All right, so let me start. A celebrity border collie with more than 1.5 million social media followers was allegedly stolen and sold to a restaurant for $27 and killed in China. According to the owner, the dog, an 8-year-old named Chutu, had become an online sensation, accompanying his owner, a travel influencer surnamed Guo, on years of journeys across the country, from the snowy mountains to deserts. Documented, people aren't shit. This dog lived more life than any regular person. The dog has lived more life than me. And he sees his end in a fucking restaurant. People aren't shit. And I know I just made the whole roadkill conversation, but that's crazy. I don't know. I have a special place for dogs. That's the closest to a Caucasian I get. So Jutu disappeared on May 11th from Guo's family farmland in Henan, province of Guo. Was on a solo trip aboard, and his parents were caring for the dog. So it's the fucking parents. Surveillance footage shows 2 strangers taking him away and an electric scooter. You stole him on a fucking scooter, you pieces of shit. Guo cut his trip short and tracked down the alleged thief 2 weeks later, only to learn had been sold to a dog meat restaurant for 180 won, which is $27. The man claimed he mistook Chuto as a stray, which Guo rejected, noting the dog wore collars and GPS trackers. See, I am a firm believer. Like, I love my dog. If you do something to my dog, there's a high chance I'm going to fucking kill you. I'm being dead serious. I say this shit all the time. I love my fucking dog. I will fucking kill somebody for my dogs. All of my dogs. Not just the one I have now. I would dead fucking kill you. There goes monetization right there. But there's just so many things. Like 2 dickheads were riding around on a fucking e-scooter. They saw a dog and it was like, all right, let's go sell this dog for dog meat. That's one. That's the biggest fucking problem right there. 2, the second biggest problem, which is the main fucking problem, is why you still fucking have restaurants with dog meat. If I'm corrected, this shit has been outlawed out there too. There's still restaurants, but it's not nationwide. Like, you're eating dog meat. Now, I never had dog meat before, pause, but it can't taste better than beef. It can't taste, like, you can't tell me, like, you ever had dog before? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. All right. $27 to eat my dog is wild. Like, if I find this out, right, I'm bodying them 2 dickheads, right? The store owner or the meat buyer, they're catching it too. Catching meat, all the meats. So, because the dog came, all right, so they took the collar off, right? So shouldn't it be your due diligence? this dog can't be a regular dog, right? Like there's regular dogs, like there's dogs that don't look groomed, that don't look taken care of, and then there's dogs where people take their dogs to get groomed, taken care of. Like you can't be like, I didn't think this was a stray. Most of those dogs are like really maintained. Like right now, my dog looks a little bit homeless because she needs a haircut, but you would be able to tell like, nah, this dog is taken care of. Like stray dogs aren't nice. Like, but that's just a crazy thing because my thing was, all right, you killed my dog, right? I need you to tell me what plate did you make out of my dog? Because maybe that might be forgivable. Maybe. Like remember Quacky? Yeah, Quacky. He always wanted to be served with plain fried rice. So, yeah. Like what meal did you make out of my dog? Like that's a real genuine question. Like what did you do to how did you kill my dog? Because I know my dog was scared. My dog had fear, and anything that has fear in it does not taste good when you eat it. So all these fucking questions. Like which dog breed tastes best? Which dog breed tastes best? Can't be Chihuahuas. Those things are always angry. Can't be. That meat has to be hard. Pause. Pause. So, yeah. It had to be one of those fat dogs, like a bulldog, right? It had to be like a bulldog, like a little fat dog. You can't get another, maybe, what's that Beethoven dog? A Saint Bernard? Maybe them? I don't know. No, but they have to eat. No, dogs eat like us. They're not going to taste good. It has to be something that eats grass. Whatever. Like you over here telling me. Like, it's crazy to be like, oh, dogs an acquired taste. Like, I get the jokes that could be made there, but it's like, yo, there's all these fucking options. And you're like, yo, let me get the dog burger. Let me get the real hot dog. Like, that's wild. That's so wild to me. Shit. All right. I'm going to get out of that section. And I'm going to go to Pasadena police officers are in trouble. All right. Let's see why. Oh, there goes the footage, but it has no audio. So newly released footage is shedding light on the shocking incident from last September when a Pasadena police officer was shot by his fellow officer after two allegedly pointed loaded firearms at each other inside of a department parking lot. You guys did that at work, you idiots. That's similar to a desk pop. The officer suffered a gunshot wound to the shoulder and later recovered. I saw the footage. He was holding his shoulder like a little bitch. All right. Police Chief Gene Harris condemned the incident, calling it unsafe, out-of-policy horseplay involving loaded firearms. A newly released video reportedly shows the extent of the injury and damage caused by the shooting. While the department's internal investigation is complete, the disciplinary action has been taken. The criminal investigation remains under review under LA County District Attorney. So I saw the footage, and this is the conversation where I go, police officers are humans just like us. They make mistakes just like us. It's very normal. Because I can guarantee you, bang, bang, like just like pulling it out the holster and all that shit. I could see every regular day people like me and you doing that just for jokes. Like, oh, put your motherfucking gun down. No, you put your motherfucking gun down. I'll shoot the shit at you. I'll shoot you fucking like I can see that. So I get it. But looking at the footage, I can't tell if this police officer shot through if he shot through the car windshield or if he got out, because the way the smoke builds up around the windshield after he gets shot. No, it's on the outside. All right, he didn't shoot the windshield. So he got out the car, pulled out his weapon, and then he pulled out his weapon and he shot for some reason. Like did you forget? You must have remembered something that he did. Like, yo, he ate my lunch that day, or he made me pay the shit by accident. It's all accidents, but I get it. Because we sometimes fuck around. Men in general just fuck around. We're really immature a lot of the times, and it's moments like that that's like, you know, you're supposed to be held to a higher degree to the law and shit like that. But it's like, but sometimes I get it. And I know dude that caught. I wonder if dude. So I agree that both of them should be fired, because you shouldn't be doing that. You're doing that at a work in the work parking lot. Oh, and the dude next to him, He's a killer. Watch that guy. Because in the footage, all right, they both point guns. One gets shot. The other officer doesn't move. He looks annoyed. He looks annoyed that the guy that's touching him now has just been shot. Because he's like, my shoulder. And he's like, he kind of gives like the don't touch me look. Like, don't fucking touch me, you fucking idiots. You guys are pointing loaded guns at each other. So, yeah, that's crazy. Because what I could see, the dude getting shot, getting fired, but I wonder if the one that did the shooting is being faced with charges. And then he's probably going to do a 1 to 3 or like 6 months. Because you have to, it went, the footage went viral. It's crazy. Once shit like that happens, you just can't really like sweep that under the rug. Like something has to happen. Like you shot you discharged your weapon at a fellow police officer on police property, all right, with negligent negligent use of a firearm. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. For a joke, for a hee ha ha. Remember the time I pointed my gun at you? Yeah, you shot me. That's wild. That's wild. Like, it reminds me of this time that let me shut up. Oh, baby. Yeah. I don't know what the disciplinary action is going to be for that, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a fucking problem. All right, let me go over to the next section, which would be a couple who met on a dating app robbed a bank on the first date. I don't know about you, but that's love right there.
Holy mother of God!
If you ride or die with me like that,
I love you.
I do.
I want to take you away from all of this.
Society. Like, that's just what it is. Like, come on a first date, like, how do you signal to somebody like, hey, I like robbing banks? And there was like, swipe right. Like, I like robbing banks too. Let me read more into this because it just can't be this cut and dry. All right, so a first date in Massachusetts took a turn almost no one could have imagined. After matching on a dating app, a woman picked up her date. That was your first red flag right there. Christopher Castillo. Cuz? Okay. Let's send this to Chris right now. Hold up. Tell him you wildin'. All right. She picked up her date from his parents' home in Rhode Island. She drove about 30 minutes east towards North Attleboro for what she thought was a normal outing. She was just busy looking for love because that sounds like Massachusetts to Rhode Island. That's crazy. She must have been wanting some D. All right. Along the way, according to the prosecutor, Castillo drank a wine in the passenger seat. That's your second red flag right there. As they neared the Bristol County Savings Bank, and he asked her to pull over. Okay, what happened next blindsided her. Castillo walked in, showed the teller a gun. She said he was really hurting for money and demanded $1,000. He sprinted back to the car with the cash. You did all of that for $1,000, bro? And ordered her to drive. She panicked and complied. But the moment she saw police lights behind them, she pulled over and walked away from the vehicle. Castillo stayed inside, resisted arrest, and spat on the officer. How much wine did he have? Investigators determined that the woman had no prior knowledge of the robbery, cooperated fully. She was never charged. Castillo pleaded guilty to armed robbery and 3 counts of assault and battery on a police officer and was sentenced to 5 years. She forever has a story to tell. But, baby girl, I know this is not the part-time lover section. I know. You should have submitted this to the part-time lover section. I would have loved that question. But, yeah. You drove 30 minutes isn't a far trip, right? But on a first date, an online date, all right, just for everybody that online dates, or you guys don't know about online dating etiquette, all right? Unless we have mutual conversation, contact, talking points, cool. But you're online dating. You don't know who anybody is. So what you would do is you can meet me here. We'll meet here. This is where we're meeting, right here. All right. You get in the car, you take the subway, you take the train, you take a taxi, you take whatever. Make it happen. And then you do the same, vice versa. You meet at this very public place where if anything happens, you can leave unless you're in the movie Obsession. No. All right. And then you continue your date. You driving to this man's parents' house was your first giveaway. I don't know if he lied about that. He was like, nah, that's my house. You never know. All right. But you driving to pick him up was your first sign. 2, him getting in the car with wine and just drinking. Either you're drinking and driving and you had a 0 alcohol content in your system, I'm assuming, since they let you go. Or he got in the car already on some bullshit. Started drinking and driving to whatever area you guys were going. I'm assuming it was another 30 minutes back to where you guys came from. And he's just drinking wine in the passenger seat. And you're just like, I'm fine with this. I'm cool with this. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. So, yeah. And then he went to rob the bank. You heard the alarm. You saw him running. You stayed there. Okay. You shouldn't date. You shouldn't date no more. You should just take yourself out the market. Don't even be like, I can switch to women. No, don't. You have poor decision-making skills. And I'm assuming both genders. And I hope you don't procreate either. That's the problem. People like you that don't think procreate. So it's like, shit. Fuck my life. That sounded mean. I apologize, but god damn. And they be like, and girls be like, oh my God, there's no good men out here. I mean, he kind of showed you he was a good man. He showed you he has leadership abilities. He takes point. And he wanted to give you a lifestyle for you to have with $1,000. So I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50 on this one. But yeah. Because you good, bro? You good? Stop. Wait, fuck me up. But yeah, that's crazy. That's wild, bro. That's wild. That's a hell of a first date. Give me some chochon. So yeah, that's wild. Oh my God. This cool report was a mess. It was a bunch of unnecessariness that I was like, hey, you know what I'm going to talk about? These 3 topics. So yeah, I'm out of that section. I'm going to go over to...
Wait, Jose! Jose, I got to tell you something!
All right, so this is the Ask Me a Question section, and I already asked, Streamer University is here. Are you going to try to... No. I saw them. No. I'm not joining them. Why would I join them? Do I look young? I saw something the other day that had me crying because it was like, the king of the unemployed is here. And I'm like, who the fuck is the king of the unemployed? And they showed Kai Cenat. And I was fucking crying. I was like, it's true. It's true. So I saw the first Streamer University. It was a hit. But they were more established, right? They had India Love. They had Chicklet and Chick-fil-A, whatever the fuck their name are. They had a lot of people, DDG, Triple G. I'm not familiar with these young streamers' names, but I know who they are. So now they're doing it in New York, which is, well, Kai Cenat's from New York. So I was like, all right. But it really lived to the name of the king of the unemployed, right? So he was here, like, I guess a day or 2 ago, and the city was packed. It was crazy. You couldn't even move, right? He got in trouble for this last time he was in New York, where he just did like a little meet and greet, pulled up. He got arrested for it. I don't know if he caught a charge for it, but yeah. So now he's doing auditions for Streamer University, and you would think that was the Garden. People were going to the Garden to go see the Knicks play or something for what we saw out there, right? That's what you would think. You would think that. You would be like, holy shit. And no, they were there for Kai Cenat, and they were trying to get into Streamer University. And all those people there on a Thursday or Friday morning waiting to be selected, there was no organization. There was no way like, hey, form a line. This is how you get here. There was none of that. It was just a bunch of people there. It was totally unorganized, but we don't know what it was. We don't know if we were just pulling up to look at location or they were actually doing tryouts. And hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands of people were there with no goddamn job trying to go see Kai Cenat to talk about Streamer University. And I'm pretty sure unless you hustle to make money and promote things on your own thing, on your own time when you're doing your streaming at Streaming University and you collab, I'm 1000% sure Kai Cenat is not paying anybody to be there. He's not. He's probably providing room and board, but I don't think he's providing anybody with money to like bring in income. You're just at Streamer University. So I feel like if you go there and you get selected and you don't have a following, there's a high chance, unless you get the following that fucks with you, they actually like with you, you're not going to be making no money there either. But the king of the unemployed is here, and it was quite mayhem. It was quite crazy. And I can't wait to see which one of you New Yorker influencers get picked. But for me, no. I don't like people. I've been saying that the whole week. This literally has been the conversation my whole week was, do you want to come here? Do you want to do that? Do you want to come here? Do you want to? I don't like people. I don't like people. You have a podcast. I understand. I'm talking to a camera and people listen to it, but I don't know you people. So yeah, that's the difference, but it's crazy. I'm also out of that age group. Like that's young people shit. I'm about to be 40. I can't be out there. I don't know how old that Chick-fil-A dude was, but yeah, that's a no for me. It's a no for me. I don't know. I got a job. I got benefits. I got a fucking retirement plan. I have a pension plan. So no, I can't just go to Streamer University. But thank you for considering me. Thank you for considering me. Like, oh, I should go to Streamer University. Because that shit was packed, bro. That shit looked like a fucking dollar van on Jamaica Avenue. That shit was packed to the teeth. I was like, nah, there's no room here. No room here at all. All right. That's a weird. Oh, shit. I forgot all about that question. Kind of talks about from the beginning. All right. So I mentioned Backrooms, right? Somebody wrote, have you ever heard of Mall World or Bathroom World? No, yes. All right. No, yes. Never heard of Mall World. Never heard of it. So apparently, I don't know if they do this now. Y'all with kids, do they still do eye tests, hearing tests, and make kids drink a weird liquid when they go to school in elementary school? Because I don't know, maybe you guys remember it when we went to school, but we had to do the hearing test, we had to do the eye test, and they gave me like a pink liquid to drink. It wasn't Pepto-Bismol, but I don't know what it was. But it was like seemed very common. I never questioned it until now. I was like, what is that stuff that they made us drink? So I'm like, it was a cool test. I didn't mind it. I could get it, but I get it, but I don't understand it is what I want to say, which is, I guess it was a health thing. I don't know. All right, I'm 19. I don't get it. I never got the point of that. So, all right. Clearly, I failed my eye test a bunch of times, Mom. A bunch of times. But hearing was good. So, apparently, if you did this thing and you passed that test with flying colors or whatever, I don't know how you failed that test, but okay, then you would be selected and removed from the class, and you would be brought to a location, and then you get taught about this program that nobody ever remembers, which is the conversation of this place called Mall World. Now, Mall World is a gigantic mall that looks like the Backrooms. There is a backroom version of Mall World. I've seen it if you look it up online. And it's just endless mall, old 80s, 90s structured mall, right? Think Stranger Things malls. And it's just endless going, blah, 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 right? And then you would hear things, you would hear the music playing, but you would never see nobody. You would see shadowy figures, all right? I don't know if I ever mentioned shadowy figures to you in my life. So, yeah. So they go, you see shadowy figures, and you don't retain information, and so on and so forth. But hundreds and thousands of people have had a recollection of a mall they've never been to, and they all explain the same mall. So it's like, all right, that's cool. That's weird. That's Mall World, right? So back to the shadowy figures. So people claim they will be in this mall and they'll see shadowy figures of people, but they will never see a person in there, right? So that triggered the conversation like, have I ever seen shadow people? Yes, a black man follows me around in the morning and then he disappears at night. So, yeah. But my shadow people weren't like, they didn't look like people. They looked like cartoon characters, like Fred Flintstone. I don't know. It was weird. But, yeah. So when they started talking those pieces, I was like, oh, okay. But then they started talking about Bathroom World. And I had been to Bathroom World. And Bathroom World is exactly as it sounds. I don't know what the test was or the requirement was for me to go to Bathroom World, but apparently I passed something. So basically, it is a gigantic world filled with bathrooms. There's bathroom stalls all over it, but there's never a good bathroom, right? There's dirty bathrooms, bathroom missing pieces. There's bathroom with no doors. There's bathroom with half doors. There's bathroom. It's just a fucking endless room of bathrooms that doesn't have a bathroom that you can use if you're self conscious. See, I'm not. I went to elementary school. They didn't have doors on those stalls, so you had to go pee. You remember elementary school, like nobody ever just like whipped it out over the waistband or took it out of the zipper. People would just drop their pants all the way to the floor and just go pee. So it was like whatever, ass cheeks hanging out. That's the way some of us did it. I was one of those some of us. So yeah, no shame in my game. So Bathroom World didn't affect me the same way Bathroom World affected other people. Like, oh my God, I had to take a shit, but I can't go here. I'm taking a shit. Like, I don't care who sees me. Especially if it's empty, it doesn't matter. I'm just not taking a shit in a dirty bathroom. But I'm pretty sure I could find somewhere where I could go where whether it doesn't flush, I'm totally fine with it. This is Bathroom World. So yeah. But interesting, yeah, interesting. This all comes off a back room, so it's pretty funny. So yeah. But Mall World, I've seen like AI footage of Mall World, and it's like I'm not thinking like, oh my God, I'm trapped in the mall. I'm thinking of what can I take? What can I steal? The most memorable mall to me would be Green Acres Mall. I don't know why, but it's just that layout will be forever be solidified in my brain. I don't know what it looks like now. So me going back now will probably be a trip. So yeah, Roosevelt Field looks like a normal mall. All the other malls that I've been to look like normal malls. So it's like, all right, but Green Acres Mall, for whatever reason, it's a little bit more different. I got to go back there one of these days. There's no stores there for me. All right, next question I got. How do you feel about 007 being black? It doesn't matter to me. I saw that Idris Elba made a comment on it, and I think I kind of agree with what he said. And I don't have a problem with 007 being black. And it's not because I'm down with the culture. 007 goes beyond the color. 007 is just a cool guy. Cool guy. That's all he is. Cool, smooth operator. I have a problem with 007 being a woman. Only because, not really, but only because I think the only gripe would be with 007 being a woman would be she would have to genuinely be promiscuous. But then that fucks up your audience because a bunch of guys, look, man, guys are assholes. Guys are dickheads. Guys just sometimes are just fucking losers. And I see this with a lot of my pretty friends that I follow on social media. And there's always some dickhead or the regular baddies on social media. And these assholes just write some mean shit like, is your father proud? Oh, any reason to dress like a whore. And it's like, but you're here. You're here. And you chose to stay here. So you're going to be dealing with that backlash in the movie theater. It just sucks. But the last 007 movie where they try to introduce that other girl's 007 people were a black woman. Oh my God, they lost their shit for that one. But to me, for her, because she was a beautiful woman, she wasn't cool. There was nothing about her that stood out. And I was like, oh, okay, that's 007. There was nothing about her character that really said, oh, she could be 007. And the reason I'm not saying it's going to be a race thing is because he's a British dude. That's it. There's nothing else to say. Idris Elba could play that character because he's genuinely British. So I was like, all right, cool. There's nothing about it that's going to be like, oh my God, they made him a black man. I think we won't have a problem with a black 007. I think the biggest problem will be Hollywood wouldn't know how to portray this character. Hollywood has a thing of like making it over the top that nobody gives a shit. Like that's what it really is. It's like when they push the women narrative, like, oh my God, we're women, we're strong, and da, da, da. And I'm like, and there's other movies where you genuinely know, all right, there's a strong woman character here. You didn't have to like put it in our face. We can clearly see it. So it's like, all right. So like I feel like they would try to make a black 007 woke. We don't need a woke 007. I need 007 to go get bitches and then go complete the mission. Know how to fight, have cool gadgets. I don't need a woke 007. I don't need a 007 that's trying to show me he's down. I don't need that. I don't need that. That's the most craziest shit. It's like, oh, where is he gonna be, in the south of London? Like what they would do something. Hollywood would do something like that. I'm like, no, you don't have to do any of that. You don't. I'm pretty sure Daniel Craig 007 was an orphan, I believe, or some shit. So it's like, okay. But they would just, I think Hollywood would do that a huge disservice. And if you are gonna have a black 007, like I said, just stick to the formula. The formula works. It happened with Daniel Craig. It happened with what's the other dude's name? Pierce Brosnan. It happened with what's that old? Sean Connery. Sean Connery's birthday. Yeah. So, and the other guy before Sean, they were just cool dudes, just charisma, style, all this shit. Like Hollywood would definitely try to put like an agenda, like it'll be over the top. It won't be needed. And I'm glad they didn't do that with Homegirl and the other one. Like they didn't give her like something that was like, oh, we're gonna do this. No, like they didn't give her like some bullshit story. They just like, this is the new 007. She's good at her job. That's all we needed. She's good at her job. She gets the job done. Baddie uses her body to get attention. Great. If I had assets like that, and she had assets, I would use that to my advantage too. The fuck? So yeah. But yeah, I don't have an issue with a black 007. Go ahead. I remember Diddy wanted to be 007. He did a bunch of shit. We paid like a bunch of like things for the video that he sent in and I never looked at him. That's crazy. But who could be 007? For the love of God, don't fucking make it dude with the fucking mouth. Michael B. Jordan. Get rid of him. I think Idris Elba would be cool, but he's kind of aged out. I don't know who could be 007. Maybe the guy from Rebel Ridge? Nah, he looks too serious. He looks too regular. I don't know. He looks weird. I think he'll play a great what's his name? Jon Stewart from the Green Lantern. I think he could play that one. I wanted Idris to be that one too. Yeah, I just wanted Idris to be everybody. God damn. So yeah. No. I think me and Idris said the same thing. We wouldn't want a woke 007. Just cool, smooth, get bitches, kill people, kill the bad guy. Normal day in the office type shit. So yeah. And that's like nothing crazy. They would definitely be like, I'm gonna respect your pronouns. Like, hold up. 7, relax. Like, don't call me 7. That's my dead name. Like, no. Please stop. Yeah. Oh, and they, like I said, I just saw my note. They will probably make him bi. Because you can't do that with a white 007. But for whatever reason, they like to play in our faces and try to make us bi or make us gay or some stupid shit. No. Cut it the fuck out. Like, God damn it. But that's what I'm saying. They would make it woke. I forgot what character that they made black. And it was like, oh no, he goes both ways. I beg your fucking finest pardon. Nowhere in the source material that I ever read that he goes both ways. But in the movie, he goes both ways. Yeah. Relax. Like I said, they would just drag it. They would just drag it. I wouldn't even want to watch that shit. So I'm gonna get out of that section and we're gonna go to part-time lovers, a section where people like to submit their questions and we like to give them a hand in whatever relationship problems that they're dealing with. And now they can take the information, not take the information, do whatever they want with the information. They can submit the question and never come back to hear the answer. I'm totally fine with that. All right. So I also need you guys to know that I am not a licensed professional. I just play one on the show. I'm just a guy in front of a camera on a microphone with an orange hat. That's me. That is I. Who's that? Who is that, you might say? It's me. It's
On my cool J.
That's who. So, all right. Let's see what we got for the first question. I wish I could play music, but I can't.
My girl is an upcoming actress,
Hey.
and she's making her debut on Tubi. Now she didn't tell me till last night that she has a sex scene,
Oh.
and now I'm about to watch it with the rest of the world. Am I
Oh.
wrong to let that info overshadow her happiness and breakout role?
I don't know. That's a hard one. It's a hard one. That's crazy. Can you, if you ever come back to this answer, can you DM me the Tubi movie? I need to see this. All right. So he wrote, my girl is an upcoming actress, and she's making her debut on Tubi. That's not a small feat. All right. As much as we clown on Tubi, it's not a small feat. Now, she didn't tell me last night that she has a sex scene, and now I'm about to watch it with the rest of the world. That's a little bit crazy. You might not have let her record the movie. Am I wrong to let this info overshadow her happiness and breakout role? Depends on the scene. Depends on the scene. All right. How nude are we going? Like, are we just seeing nipples? That's fine. All right. She fully nude? I don't think you could do fully nude in Hollywood anymore. But I mean, we all saw that one movie. But yeah. She probably felt scared and embarrassed, and then she really wanted to achieve this dream, and she probably thought that you wouldn't allow it. Sometimes it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. That's how I see it as. But like I said, it depends on the kind of sex scene that you watch, right? So I would wait to watch it. Hopefully your parents aren't there. Hopefully your mom's not there. Your kids aren't there. Because you're going to be like, all right, everybody, this is the scene. Everybody turn away. Right? Like if she's getting cracked like Halle Berry and Monster Ball, I'm going to be like, bitch. But it's like very like PG-13, like they're just hugging up on each other. But you said nipples. Maybe. I don't know. They're just hugging up on each other. Right? I could probably deal with that. Halle Berry and Monster Ball? No, you gotta get the fuck out of my house. Just hilarious. Like just hilarious? Jess, amazing tits. But no, there's a difference in that because Just Hilarious had a name and she still decided to do a Tubi movie and show tits and ass. I'm like, you kind of had a name. You didn't have to do that. Your girl doesn't have a name. So she kind of has to do that. Like, all right, that's what I got to do to get the role? Okay. So, all right. But no, you can't be mad at her unless it's a really bad movie. Because maybe this movie gets her exposure to get out there. Now, if the movie flops and doesn't go nowhere, then you can always be like, bitch, remember that time you got naked for nobody to see? So, yeah. It's like, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Hollywood is weird because that is real things. Like it's hard to be in a relationship and then like, all right, my next scene I gotta go make out with somebody. Is that cool, babe? Is that okay, babe? And they're like, no. Like you literally have to take in your partner's consideration. Be like, all right, I have a scene with Selma Hayek and she just brushes her tits on my face. Is that okay, babe? She's like, no. Fuck you. I'm gonna let Selma Hayek do whatever you want because it's for Hollywood. It's for art. All right. And I won't let you stop art from happening. All right. Sydney Sweeney wants to put those pillows in my face. You're going to have to take the loss, babe. That's it. That's it. Okay. Now the roles are reversed. There was like, oh, my girl's like, oh my God. So there's this scene where John Cena picks me up from my vagina and the finger goes in a little bit. I don't think it goes in a little bit. She's like, well, in my scene, it goes in a little bit. All right. Okay. No, bitch. No, that's sexual. That's every sexual issue there is there. That's sexual assault, harassment, all that shit. But you can't take him to court because you technically can't see him. So you can't ID him. That's the problem. So, yeah. These loopholes. Killer if you don't get in front of them. But, yeah, no. You shouldn't let this. I mean, I feel like she should have been able to tell you, like, hey, I have this scene coming up. I really want to do this. And I'm doing this, all right? I'm just letting you know. I'm not asking for permission. I'm just telling you what I'm doing because it's for my career. All right. You know, the crazy part about this is that back in the day when you did movies, you wouldn't see them. You wouldn't even know where to find them. You would have to stumble across it by accident. Like Shazam with Sinbad, right? You would have to stumble across it by accident, right? Like now, all right, it's on Tubi. Somebody could put it on YouTube. It could go anywhere. It just there's a higher chance of people watching it. Like if you want to watch a movie that I did in the 90s, you have to come to the house. All right, I got the VHS, I'll put it in. Or I got the DVD, I'll put it in. Right. And then whoever's there watches it. Like it would never go past this small circle. And now everybody could watch it. That's so crazy. And that's cool. Shout out to Tubi. Now, not an ad. Peacock is second in line because Peacock has a bunch of like movies that like lower movies that nobody's ever heard of. So it's like, oh, okay. Like, I guess this is a thing, but that's dope. Shout out to your girl, right? Maybe she killed it, all right? Maybe you seen things in her acting. And you was like, and then in the sex scene, you're like, hold up, bitch. I've seen you do that in the bedroom with me. So you acting too? You just that talented? So yeah. I wouldn't let it overshadow. Let's see what the final result is, and then maybe you could kick her back in later. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next question.
This man is tripping. He wants to fix a plate of food that I made and give it to his female coworker. This man thinks that's okay to do. Am I to tell them to go to hell or just be diabolical and have her shit herself at work?
Holy mother of God!
Y'all both chose violence. That's crazy. This is a real thing. All right, so let me read the question. This man is tripping. He wants me to fix a plate of food that I made and give it to his female coworker, aka his work hussy, the huzz. So this man thinks that that's okay to do. Am I to tell him to go to hell or just be diabolical and put something in it and have her shit herself at work? That's basically, I'm paraphrasing, but let's go. That's dangerous, good sir. That's dangerous. Especially if they don't have rapport. So if you don't have rapport with this woman and you're hearing about the woman, but you never actually spoke a word to each other, and now he's like, do you think I could get her a plate of this food that you made so she could try it too? No, bitch. No, you can't. That's crazy. Normally, when I would get questions like this, I would be like,
You sound like a bunch of gibberish.
but no, you are absolutely in your right to be upset at this, all right? If you never spoke to this woman a day in your life and he's like, yo, can you think you can make her a plate? Who is this bitch? And why would I give her a plate so she can steal the recipe and make it for you later down the line? Are you crazy? Are you dumb? Is you dumb? You can't be that stupid. I'm looking at you right now like you're
a victim.
That's what you're gonna be. You're gonna be a victim. So no, sir. You cannot have your girl make a plate for some girl at the job. And this happens a lot. I'm not joking. I'm speaking from experience on this one. So this one is like, whoa. Because I remember one time this girl was like, very nice girl. She was very cool. A lot of girls make the empty promise, like, hey, I'll make you a plate, and they never bring the plate, right? I hear that a lot. Oh, are you going to bring leftovers from Thanksgiving? No, I'm not. That's fine. I'll bring you a plate, right? I'll get a lot of those empty promises, and they never come through. So it was weird that one time this girl came through with a plate of food, and I was like, oh, gee, thanks. I also remembered that she was married. She had a whole husband. And I know her packing a plate of food that she probably didn't hide it. She probably told him. And he must have been like, who the fuck is this guy to try my wife's cooking? Who the fuck is this guy? Who does this guy think he is? Does he think he's a runner-up? Is he a problem? Is he a potential threat? Why would I let it leave? But if I do let it leave, why would I let it leave in perfect condition? That doesn't make any sense. So I was looking at that food. I was like, oh my God, it looks good. I was like, this shit probably has semen, probably has ass hair. It probably has something. I didn't eat it. All right. And she wanted me to sit there and eat it in front of her face. I was like, oh no, I got to go do something. But I got to go run errands and I'm going to eat it. And when I took that shit on my lunch break, I threw that shit the fuck out. And I went back, oh my God, it's so delicious. You are an excellent cook. I had to lie my ass off. I was like, no, how I wasn't eating that shit. If I ain't see you prepare the food in front of me, and I know it wasn't tampered with, then I'll eat it. But it's like, no, there's too many variables. There's too many things going on. I can't do it. I won't do it. I refuse to do it. So him doing that and her, you just co-signed exactly what I said. What am I why would I believe that the partner wouldn't do nothing to it? And why would she willingly accept the food and actually eat it, not knowing that something could have been done to it? Like, that's just what it is. So yeah, he's tripping. He's bugging. He is bugging the fuck out. And you know me, normally I have fun with these questions, but
Nay, I do not jest like that. I do not jest like that.
Don't.
You frolic too much.
yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, bro. It is wild, right? Like, and for her to be like, oh, do you think you can bring me a plate of your wife's food?
Oh, yeah. That's how you finna look after I put my hands on you.
Like, you are in every right to beat that girl's ass. Every right. That's it. I have made a judgment, all right? If you're listening to this, homeboy,
Piece of shit.
yeah, that's what you are. That's crazy. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Crazy to me. I could be the lonely cat person at the job. You could bring me a plate. I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna eat that. First of all, I don't even trust people in general that cook food. That's just what it is. I have to really trust you. If I've ever eaten a plate of your food, I'm being dead serious. That means I trust you. I just don't eat random people's food. You'd be like, well, you eat fast food. Yeah, I expect them to be a standard and blah, 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 blah. But a person's food that I know in real life, I have to genuinely trust you. It's weird. It's weird, but that's just what it is. But yeah, man, go kick him in the nuts. Go kick him in the nuts. He's over here bugging. So we're gonna get out of that section. I want to say thank you to you two for submitting your questions. Hopefully, I was able to help, and hopefully, take the information. Don't take the information. Do whatever you want with the information. Hopefully, you guys can move on from both of these situations and keep it moving. All right. So we're gonna get out of. And I just want to say thank you, good people, beautiful people, beautiful people, beautiful people, for being here all the way to the end. I know it takes a lot. It takes a village to get through this podcast, but hopefully you guys are here. You guys made it. I don't know if you guys are new listeners, if you guys are old listeners. I appreciate the both of you guys. If you guys have questions, submit to the show, whether it's the part-time lover section or the ask me a question section, or even want to do a cool report, submit cool report questions to me. That's fine too. All right, you can reach out to me at allmycoj@gmail.com, or that's my Instagram, or no special characters pod@gmail.com, or no special characters Instagram page as well. And submit the questions, DM them, however you guys want to do it. And hopefully it comes up on the board for us to speak about. Now. I just want to say, shout out to you guys for doing your thing. Shout out to you guys for continuing to keep moving on. All right, shout out to you guys not being stagnant. You guys know the deal with being stagnant. If you're staying still, things won't go well. All right, I need you guys to keep moving. I need you guys to keep going. I need you guys to keep setting up your goals. If you hit your goal, make another goal. And if you have to stumble, I need you to get your punk ass back up, because this world does not stop because you stumble or fall. All right, I need you guys to keep hustling, keep moving, keep motivating yourself, and know that there is a better end goal when you try. All right, there is a better end goal when you try. All right, shooters are gonna shoot, and you miss 1,000% of the shots that you don't take, or whatever other corny cliche lines that I can add to this portion, just for you guys to be motivated to get out there, go ahead and move, do your thing, do your thing, do your thing, do your thing. Cameron would have won. Cameron would have won the Jim Jones thing. But yeah, man. I am your host.
On my cool J.
AKA.
Go back to your 9 to 5, bitch ass nigga.
AKA Mr. Big. I'm out of here. All right. Appreciate you guys. Peace.
Deuces.